I want to continue the video with a series of questions. Is Rick Prime actually the original Rick? Why was Diana killed in all universes? And what is the purpose of Rick Prime? They revealed the whole story in Season 7, but what is the next story they will tell? What role will evil Morty play next? Although this video is based on the question of why Rick Prime killed Diane, we will touch on the philosophy of this event later in the video. Yes, friends, the reason why I started the video with a series of multiple questions is that Season 7 is over and we will wait another year for a new season. Before starting this video, where I will talk about the problems and many other issues, I made a video about the true story and theories of Rick and Morty a year ago. By watching this video, I will both answer these questions and talk about the theories in the video I will explain in a moment. My request from you is that you can like the video in return for this labor. You can express your opinions in the comments, and you can subscribe to my channel if you are still not subscribed. Don't forget to come to my Discord server for chat and theories, and welcome to my channel and video. Rick's motivational philosophy. I want to tell you about this philosophy first, although I'll give you the main source of this at the end of the video. What makes Rick's Rick? What makes them so smart? Who is the original Rick? The answer is that there is not really an original Rick, but the only Rick who aims to kill his wife is Rick Prime. That's why he thinks all the other Ricks should do it too. If Diane doesn't die, the Ricks won't reach their true potential. The main reason why they are so highly intelligent is because of their innate drive for revenge. The Ricks have always endeavored to develop tools and technologies that will take them one step further in their quest for revenge. If you look at it this way, you'll understand what I mean better. Almost 95% of the technology in the world has been developed in an effort to gain the upper hand during war. In essence, we build to destroy. The theories of the story also support this. In fact, a long Rick series is waiting for you, so don't forget to write your questions in the comments. Let's get to the main event. With Season 7, Episode 5, the main story ended. Rick destroyed his archenemy, Rick Prime. However, this brought with it both new questions, and his existence in life became meaningless for Rick, who realized his purpose. As it is known, we know that Rick is a Rick who kills his family, and that they advance the story by showing it from time to time in the series seasons. Even though we had pleasant moments, it was moving towards the story in the background, and what we did always had a purpose. This purpose was to find and destroy Rick Prime, our archenemy in general. For 7 seasons we waited for this moment, but with the death of both Rick and us, with the death of Rick Prime, we said what will happen now. We became aimless and our excitement died. While we were feeling this, Rick himself experienced the same feelings. The fire of revenge that he had craved for decades had been extinguished, and he had destroyed his source of motivation in his own hands. But the real questions come after this part, because we never saw Rick Prime after Rick left the room. For this reason, Rick Prime is not dead. It is thought to have replaced normal Rick. I personally disagree with this, but fans think the opposite. However, even if Rick Prime does not die, it will not matter if he lives after this process, because the cause and effect relationship has been solved, and the reason for killing his own wife, or rather the wives of other Ricks, has been revealed. The answer to the question I asked at the beginning of the video is actually in this part. In the story, Rick C-137 refers to Rick Prime to Morty Prime as the real deal. This was because Rick Prime was a narcissist who actively hated his attachments to his family and had been willing to abandon them for over 20 years. Rick Prime also believed that other Ricks should do the same and led him to kill Beth and Diane of Dimension C-137, thus removing Rick C-137's obsessions in that world. He also extended this to the other Ricks by committing the deplorable act of destroying all versions of Diane in the multiverse. In the beginning, Rick C-137 shares with Rick Prime all his intelligence and resourcefulness, but he doesn't engage in any hedonistic actions like drinking or partying. In a sense, Rick Prime's personality is what Rick has been emulating for years, a selfish man who doesn't give a damn about anyone, who promotes the nihilistic philosophy that all the other Ricks reflect. Despite this, Rick Prime seems to have some attachment to his family. He was somewhat fond of his uncle Slow Mobius, saying that killing him would hurt him, and he gave Mobius a sad look when he exposed him to the Omega device. Rick Prime also seemed angry that Rick C-137 was living in his house with his daughter and granddaughter. Unlike other Ricks, though, Rick Prime had a terrible relationship with his wife Diane, whose hostility towards him was enough to destroy Diane in the face of the truth, as told by his daughter. Unlike most Ricks, he showed no anger when Jerry Prime tried to kill him, instead praising how bad he found the attack. This moment further demonstrates Rick Prime's coldness, as he later executes Jerry Prime despite his inability to pose a threat. The moral of the story is that one Rick hates his wife, and after killing her, he wants the other Ricks to do the same. In this way, all the Ricks will reach their full potential. Of course, we can't say that this story is short like this. It is a production with many philosophical sides. So what are your thoughts? I think if you've watched this far, it means you liked my video. You can subscribe to my channel, you can express your opinions in the comments, and you can like the video to support me. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.